Hi dreamers and make-believers! In today's video, I'm just going to share with you what I am currently reading. And I'm doing something different for the first time this year. I am reading 2 books at the same time. This is a big moment in my life because I normally read one book because it's like watching one movie. So this was basically my TBR is just getting so long, and there's just so many books that I genuinely want to read now. Like if I had the capacity, I would probably be reading 5 books right now because it's getting ridiculous on my TBR. Plus, I actually really want to know the stories, and people keep talking about the stories, and I'm just like, stop it! Stop it! I haven't read it, and this is not fair. So for the first time, I am trying this new technique. I mean, I saw, I think it's Benjamin of Tome's video, yes it was, and he was like, how to read all the books, and he said that audiobooks help, and, you know, reading them on your Kindle/paperback helps, but I am a paperback girl. I'm a paperback girl. I mean, I do read ebooks because, you know, that's the only way I can get them, or it's just easier, you know, it's so convenient and I really want to read the story, but I really love paperback books. So when it came to this junction, like, so as you know, I just finished Court of Mist and Fury, so when it came to that junction after that, I was kind of like, well, what am I going to read now? And I could have tried this whole Kindle plus paperbacks to you know, read 2 books at once, but I just wanted to read these 2 paperbacks. I wanted to read these 2 paperbacks, and I couldn't decide, so I took the plunge. So this is a big moment for me. I know. That's a little wow. Ooh, that's something I just discovered on my computer, so I'm probably going to use it in a couple of my videos until I discover something else. It's got like lots of different things that I have to play with. But anyways, so yes, this is a big moment for me, but I felt like my choices were okay because one of the books is not technically a book. So you can probably guess what it is. So it's not technically a book. So I think that that's helping me make the divide, even though it's not like Kindle audiobook book, but it's, you know, it's 2 books, but it's not technically a book. So as you probably guessed, that book that I just, you know, couldn't wait to read is Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I couldn't wait anymore, and I just thought, well, it's a script, so, you know, and I was toying with it. If you saw my Court of Mist and Fury video, I was toying with what to read. I think it was in that video. But yeah, I was touring with what to read next, because if I was going to read this or that, because I wanted to read them both, and I couldn't decide, and it was just difficult. So basically, I finally decided to just read Harry Potter because I really wanted to read it, and it's a script, so it's very different to a book, so I'm not struggling to separate the 2. So I started this just a few days ago, and so far, it's so cute. Like I'll do a video on it, but just, yeah, so far, Harry Potter. Okay, and then, so the second thing I'm reading, so you all know this, Harry Potter, the 8th story, 19 years later. Oh, sort of, nice and sweet. So the next thing I'm reading, this one I actually just started yesterday, and I think, let me see, I am on page 187, and honestly, it's really good. Like, I'm going to do a review on it, obviously, when I finish it all, and let's see how it goes, but I've been hooked since page 1. So it's An Ember in the Ashes, my bookmark. So I'm sure a lot of you have already read this. If you have, what are your thoughts? But don't spoil, I'm only on page 187. But, like, you know, did you love it? Did you think it's good? Should I keep reading? Although right now I am loving it. I am definitely going to keep reading as of right now. So for those of you who haven't read it, it's in 2 different perspectives. 2 different perspectives. There's Leia and Elias, and so far I love them both. And I'll read you the back of what it says, but it's 2 different perspectives, and it changes with each chapter. So, but it shows you, it says like Leia's doing it, Elias is doing it, and so far with what I've read in the first 87 pages, each chapter is different. And there are some points where I'm like, no, you stay with Elias, or no, you stay with Leia. No, that did not just happen, and you did not just switch. I need to know what happens next. But then you get taken back to, say, Elias, and then I'm like, wait a minute, no, but I forgot. I actually really want to know what happens with Elias, so this is perfect. And then you get into Elias' story, and then you go back to Leia, and you're like, no! And then you're like, oh, yes! So I'm having a lot of fun screaming and yelling at this book, and I'm only on page 87, so I think that's a good start. And a lot of good stuff has happened that I didn't see coming, and just, I'm really, yeah. I'm hooked already, so let's hope that it lives up to the hook that's already in my mouth. Let's hope it lives up to that. So it says, Leia is a slave, Elias is a soldier, neither is free. And that is so true and so clear from the beginning. Okay. Under the martial empire, defiance is met with death. Leia and her family do not challenge the empire. They've seen what happens to those who do. But when Leia's brother is arrested for treason, she is forced to make a decision. Woo! Sorry, camera malfunction. Woo! That was scary. This is like my baby. This is. Woo! Okay, I'm back. Okay. See the camera is like in suspense to find out what happens. But when Leia's brother is arrested for treason, she is forced to make a decision. In exchange for help from rebels who promise to rescue her brother, she will risk her life to spy for them from within the Empire's greatest military academy. And I'm so excited for this moment. I mean, it's coming, and I'm so excited because it's okay. There, Leia meets Elias, the school's finest soldier, and secretly, why does it keep doing this? And secretly, it's most unwilling. He and Leia will soon realize that their destinies are intertwined and that their choices will change the fate of the Empire itself. And then there's some awesome like little blurbs from the Huffington Post. An ember in the ashes glows, burns, and smolders, as beautiful and radiant as it is searing. I just think that's such a good blurb. It's just so good. And then there's a worthy novel and one as brave as its characters by the New York Times Book Review, which is brilliant. And then there's one by US Weekly, Sabah Tahir, which is the author. Sabah Tahir spins a captivating, heart-pounding fantasy, and I can honestly say that just from the first few pages, I believe every word of all of those blurbs. So if you haven't read it, I highly recommend it, even though I'm not even finished. Maybe I'll finish it first and then tell you, but so far, so good. And yeah, that's what I'm currently reading. What are you currently reading? And, any recommendations? I love YA fantasy, if you haven't noticed. Okay, bye!